guys, welcome to another video of Linux and welcome to my channel. So in this video I am going to perform a hands-on practical lab on file system which comes under storage management of Linux, and right away I'm going to start this lab. This one is the lab which is Linux storage file system, and it's of 1.5 hours learn about file systems and storage in Linux. Let me just start this lab. So let me make you understand what is file system if you don't know. So the file system is the way through which operating system can organize and can understand where the files are located on the system. So that is the purpose of file system. Now the lab is started. As you can see, there are 7 questions, and this here is the timer. Okay, this lab requires some commands to be run as root user. Always use sudo. Bob's default password is this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to log in as root user. Okay, for whole lab. I don't want to specify again and again sudo in the beginning of the command. Now as you can see that I am logged in as root user. Okay, which of the following file system does not use general? As you know that ext4 and ext3 used widely. So these are the file system which are used widely nowadays. But if I talk about ext2, ext2 is not new, it's older. So maybe this one is the file system which does not use journal. Journal is a system service just like system md, so it's also a system service, and it has its own command which is journal ctl. As you all know, I have already showed in my previous video. All right, so let me choose this option which is ext2. Yes, it's right. Out of the disk slash dev vdd and slash dev vde, which one has file system created? So to check this, we need to run a command which is df-h. Okay, now we can see dev vdd. This one. This one is already mounted. I mean, something is mounted on this file system, we can see, but I can locate VDE here. So it means which one has file system created. So VDD has created, we all can see. So this one is the answer. Can you find out the type of file system created in dev VDD? Use the blkid command with disk name as the argument. So the question already told us like which command do I need to check the file system in order to perform this task. Okay, can you find out the type of file system? So let me use blkid, and the question already told us with the disk name as an argument. So I'm going to use the disk name as an argument, which is dev and vdd. Okay, vdd, you can see this is the UUID and the block size is this and type is ext2. So what is the answer? ext2. So this is the block size. Create an ext4 file system on the disk. So let's create this. Create an ext4 file system on disk vde and mount it at mount data. So this is a directory under root mnt. All right. So let's create first. Okay. How to create the file system? So to create the file system, there is a command which is mkfs dot ext2 ext4. So mkfs means make file system dot ext4. Then I need to specify the file system. So here is vde, dev vde. All right. So as you can see, the file system is created. Discarding device block done. Creating file system with this 4 blocks and this inodes, and file system UID is this. Super blocks are this. Allocating group done. Writing inode table done. Everything is perfect here. Okay, let me just clear this screen. Now um create an ext. It's already created on disk. VDE is created and mount it at mnt data. So to do this, let me just do one thing. Make let me just go back. Okay, first like this. So I'm at this place. You can see I'm here at root. Okay, now where is mnt? There it is, mnt. Let me see whether it has something or not. Mnt data. So it means I need to create explicitly. All right, let me go to the user box. Okay, so let me cd slash home, then bob. Okay, so I am inside here. All right, great. Now it's time to I think I'm doing it wrong because the question already specified slash mnt data, means I need to create the directory under mnt, and the name of the directory is data created. Okay, now what is my task? I need to mount it on the dev VDE. So how to mount? So this is also a task. I can take the hint as well. So the command is simple, which is mount. You can always take the help. Here are the hints. Okay. So as I'm already a root user, so I don't need to specify sudo again. So mount, where to where to mount. So first you need to specify the source. Okay, what to mount. So mount mnt, then data on which we need to dev VDE. We need to mount on this. Okay. I hope this command is correct. Mount VDE MNT is not a block device. Wait a minute. I think the command is wrong. So yeah, so source is this. Sorry, my bad. Source is this and destination is that. So you need to always look these minor details in order to make less mistakes or make no mistakes. Okay. Now it's dev, then VDE. Now it's perfect. Perfect. Mounted. Now is the file system created and mounted? Check. By clicking this, yes, it's perfect. The task is done. What would happen to mount MNT data after a file system reboot? So if you haven't like configured in the fstab under etc, the root under etc under fstab, it is the configuration file of file system. If you haven't explicitly specified any file system, so after a reboot it will unmount it automatically. Like I have already mount in front of you, but if I reboot this machine, it will unmount automatically without my permission just after the reboot. So what is the solution? So I am going to show you the solution later on, but according to this question, what would happen to mount this according to the information which I shared with you? So according to that, what should be the answer? It should be dev vdb deleted. Just a second, what would happen to? Okay, so empty file will be deleted. No, no, not be mounted. Yes, it not be mounted. It won't be deleted, but it will unmount automatically. Make the mount persistent cross reboot. Use RW. RW means read write access option with dump and pass numbers both set to 0. So what is the dump? First of all, this. So dump is a backup utility of Linux, which is used to restore the file system whenever a system crashes or if something goes wrong, like if the Linux server is crashed in between, or if something happens which is not correct. Okay, so in that case we can always take a backup from this dump utility. But nowadays there are various modern advanced backup, so we are not going to use dump in my future videos as well. And according to this question, zero means zero means no, zero means false. So what zero means is, let me show you. Let me first go to that. Uh, Let me just go inside this configuration of file system in this Linux. Then I will show you what it does and what is the purpose of this. So this is the path, okay, fstab. Yeah. Now I already entered into insert mode. Now what it's saying is make the mount persistent across reboot. So the question is saying after reboot the file system should not unmount by itself. Like in my previous question you can see empty data. If I reboot this machine now, so it will unmount. So what is the solution? So solution for this is that you need to specify dev and what is the, just a moment, what is the file system here, make the mount persistent. So this question is related to previous one. Let me check previous dev vde. Okay, dev vde, and then you need to specify the file system which is, I already attached the file system which is ext4. So it will be using the ext4 dev vde ext4. Then I need to specify rw0 and 0. So first 0 is related to dump utility and another 0 is related to fsck. What's that? So fsck is file system checking consistency utility. So what that does is, whenever your system crashes or something happens wrong, okay, if it stops like without your permission, like system crashed or anything, while like you are writing a file or you are doing something and system crashes, so what it does is, so fsck repairs the file system. So dump utility is used to restore the backup of file system, and fsck is used to repair the file system. Okay, it can only repair the logical consistencies, not the physical ones. If the hard drive is damaged, then it won't work. But if there is a logical correction or logical consistency, then it can repair. There are high chances it can repair it by its own. Okay, so this one is the file system. Okay, and ext4 is again the type of file system. Rw for read write, 0 for dump, 0 for fsck. Now I believe this command is perfect. Still I need to take the hint because I feel something is incorrect in this command. So dev mnt, so I need to specify, before specifying the ext4, got it, I need to specify the mounted directory as well, which is mnt, which is mnt data. Okay, now everything is perfect here. I think yes. Now it's time to save and quit. Alright, let's check if it's perfect or not. Yes, it's perfect. So we have performed a hands-on lab on file system with the 7 of 7 questions. We all did correct, and you can always perform this lab for free. It's free, and also you can take the help of hints if you want. But I will suggest you to like take the help of ChatGPT and take the help of anything and understand the file system and understand the different commands, do the hands-on, then you can perform this lab. So it will be much more easier for you to understand the concept. Basically the concept is more valuable than command. Command doesn't matter, the concept matters. So let's click on next. And now finishing up, congratulations, you have successfully completed the challenge. Let's end this lab. I hope this lab has given you a like a, it was insightful for you. Like it has given some information about the file system, and now you are aware of like different file system, and you are now aware of the storage management, how we actually play with the storage management in Linux. But there will be a separate video coming of storage management, which is completely different from this file system, and it's completely uh, hands-on lab. It will be, I'm going to show you each and everything, like the how to check disk usage, how to use stop command, and what is the purpose of these commands. So I will be explaining each and everything related to storage management in my next to next video. So bye for now.
ਸੀਗਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੋਕ ਤਾਨੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਕੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਮਿਡਲ ਕਲਾਸ ਬੰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸੀਗੇ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ